Hey, welcome back to Delegate Your Way to Success podcast. Today I am with Kat Araujo from Afternoon Culture. Hey, Kat, thank you so much for being here on the podcast. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Hi, Christy. Thank you for having me. So I'm Kat. I'm the founder and CEO of Afternoon Culture. Afternoon Culture is a branding and digital marketing agency based in New York City. We help brands that are on the move tell their story through visuals and effective strategy.
That's awesome. So I want to dig deeper about storytelling because when people
Mhm.
hear storytelling, they think that you're telling a story. But is there any more beyond that?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna answer your question by asking you, what do you think, what's a brand to you? Like,
Um,
what is a brand?
Well, when I first started my business, I thought branding it's all about logo, it's all about the colors and the fonts that you use. But now that I am more exposed to the branding world, I know now that branding is something that people would say about you when you are not in the room. So,
Mhm.
so yeah.
I what they say when you're not in the room is definitely on the mark. And then I would add, branding is like a brand is a series of things like experiences, memories, feelings, that like it's not just a logo or a color palette, right? It's the story that you tell across touch points. So, the story you're telling on social media versus the story that you're telling on the website and the story you tell with your email marketing, all of those things constitute your brand. And if some people are B2B, business to business, meaning, the story that you're telling is to other businesses. Some people are B2C, business to consumer, the story that you're telling is to consumers, and then of course the way you tell a story adjusts according to who your audience is.
Mhm.
So I think branding is just the story that you tell across touch points.
Mhm. Hey, busy entrepreneur. My name is Christy Yoder, founder of Smart VAs, a virtual assistant agency. We have helped so many busy entrepreneurs get their time and freedom back while still growing their businesses. Now, I have a very important question for you. Yes, you. Do you feel like you don't have time to do everything in your business and couldn't spend time with your friends and family? That's because there's a 100% chance that you are not delegating. Alright, in my experience, 7 out of 10 entrepreneurs are wasting time and money because they do everything alone and they do not know how to delegate effectively. And if you think you're good because you're so used to doing things alone and working in your business, you're the most likely candidate to be losing more time, freedom, and money. But don't worry because we have a solution for you. We prepared a free ebook for busy entrepreneurs like you who wants to experience more freedom and flexibility by mastering the art of delegation. Smart Delegation, a fresh take, is an ebook we've put together with you in mind. It's a quick and easy read that packs a punch. It includes tools to assist you, strategies to empower you, and fresh perspectives to equip you, making the most out of such a simple key strategy, which is delegation. Download your free copy now at smartvas.online or click the link in the description below. Also, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing to it and learn more practical tips on how to grow your business without killing yourself. Mhm. And what kind of story is this? Like, is it the reason why you started your business, or is it Is it a story how you can help your clients?
So I think that when I think of branding as a story across touch points, what I mean is at this point, I think back, before social media and all the ways that we're connected to each other, brands were telling their story through like TV commercials or, you know, um, like their packaging and newspaper and ways that were maybe a little less immediate, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously word of mouth. But now there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's TikTok, there's your website, there's, your sales process and how you talk to people during your sales process and what you say. And, like the way you treat your customer or user, all of this is related to your brand. And
Mm-hmm.
the way you tell, like the way you communicate is going to affect how people connect with you because people don't buy things because, it looks a certain way. They need to connect to things emotionally, right?
Right.
And so part of what we do as an agency is identify who are you trying to connect with, right? And what is the pain point or the problem that they have? And what do we need? What do you offer that solves that problem? And how do we communicate this in a way that they're like, oh, that's it. That's what I need,
That's
right?
so good.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what I mean by storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Finding ways to tell people the things that you do so that it resonates with them and it makes them understand how you are going to add value to their life.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I feel like you would know if you have a good branding story if your team members and your customers are also saying the same story. So when
Alignment and
yeah,
consistency.
right. That's the right word. Alignment and consistency.
Yeah, I would say I always tell clients that all we're doing is facilitating things that are already happening, right? So, like if you run a business, your business is already doing great things. You already have a fantastic story, right? Usually, what happens is you might not have it all figured out and it might not be consistent. So it might be that the story that you're telling your team is a little different than the story that you're telling on social media and the story that you're telling on your website. And what we love is that transformation of like, wait, so let's shift this here and this here. Maybe it's, a fresh new logo that has a little bit more like that really embodies the essence of your brand. And, and then in addition to that, it's a new brand strategy that makes you communicate and connect with people, position the brand differently so that they understand what you can do for them. And so all of these things, like all of these slight tweaks, I think as businesses, we're constantly doing them because as we grow, our brands change like
Right.
little bits and we have to keep them consistent and in alignment. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I do all day, right? Like strategy sessions, workshops, taking the insights that we gained from, learning from our clients and then converting that into solutions and things that are going to make them stand out and be more distinct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Well, that's so very informational. I love that. Because I think a lot
I'm
of people,
glad.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people thinks that branding it's all about logo and your font, your
Oh
color,
no,
but it's
yeah.
I mean, it's part of branding, but it's not all about that. I love this. So, thank you so much, Kat, for your time today. Where can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram, afternoon.culture, or on LinkedIn, obviously. That's just like, afternoon culture. And then afternoonculture.com if they're interested in seeing our work and, getting to know us as an agency a little bit more. Thank you so much for having me. This was fantastic.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's just nice getting to know you and what you do. I really can see how passionate you are with what you are doing. So if there's anybody listening to this episode and you need help with branding, you know where to find Kat. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much,
Bye.
Christy.